Hello friends, welcome back to my channel, A Small Line Books. Where have I been? Where have I been? I have been literally all over. In January I was in Mexico, in February and March I was in Trinidad, then I was in Canada, then April I was in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, and now I'm finally back in the comfort of my home here in Brooklyn, New York. That said, I hadn't actually read any books since January, so I haven't read anything since I last posted on YouTube, which was 4 months ago. It doesn't feel good, but actually this week I got through like 3 books, which was great. And you will see those books in my wrap-up video at the end of the month, but I figured I'd hop on here. I'm in the process of filming a reading vlog, so stay tuned. But I figured I'd hop on here and talk about the books I want to read this summer. And just so you know, June is Read Caribbean month, so I'm not really including any of my Read Caribbean month picks in this stack, because I want it to be a little surprise, you know. But I have a stock of books, and these are the books that I want to read this summer. So June, July, August, and the first half of September, I guess. So let's just go through them and talk about them. So the first one is Bliss Montage by Ling Ma. I actually already started this one. I'm like in the middle, so I should finish pretty soon, but this is the author of Severance, and this is her short story collection. And it's supposed to be like really weird and like just different tales of like weird, shockingly heartbreaking things. And yeah, I actually have put this down in January and I'm now picking it back up. So I don't really recall exactly what's happened so far in these stories, but love the cover, and everybody I know who's read it says it's been good, so this is on my list to finish this summer. Next on my list is Kindred by Octavia Butler. I quickly fell in love with Octavia Butler's writing. I got more interested in sci-fi and dystopian writing in the last couple of years, but basically Kindred is about Dana, a modern black woman who's celebrating her 26th birthday and her new husband when she's snatched abruptly from her home in California and transported to the antebellum South. It's supposed to be horrific, and it's about slavery, and it's sci-fi, and it's been made into a series on one of the platforms. I don't know if it's Hulu or Netflix or whichever one of them is. So I tried to read Kindred. I've seen only good reviews about Kindred, and yeah, I just feel like I want to really work through Octavia Butler's writing. So here we go. Next one is a series, and I won't go through each book individually. It is the Elena Ferrante series, My Brilliant Friend. I think it's the My Brilliant Friend series. Is that what it's called? No, it's called the Neapolitan novel series. I got these for Christmas, and I actually started reading My Brilliant Friend and stopped because I was on my honeymoon. For some reason I could not read when I was on my honeymoon for 3 weeks. So I stopped it, and I'm going to start back this summer. I hopefully get through all of these. But basically this follows the story of 2 friends growing up in Italy, and just follows their friendship. And I'm not really sure what the other books are about, but in My Brilliant Friend we're kind of following their childhoods. And yeah, it's very interesting to read about relationship dynamics. So very intrigued. All my friends have said they love the series and that this is one of their favorite books. So next is the 5 Sorrowful Mysteries of Anti-Africa, a novel by Stephen Bureau, and I was sent this by Bloomsbury Publishing, so thank you so much for sending this over to me. It is an advanced reader copy, but it is now published and I haven't gotten to read it because, again, guys, I was really busy. But basically this is about a 15-year-old in Nigeria, and he is obsessive about blonde girls, falling in love with this white girl, and there's just some weird stuff happening, but it's basically a story that is set in like contemporary African life, and I think it's supposed to be a coming of age narrative, so I'm very intrigued by this because I was like reading the synopsis like, what? So now I have to read it to figure out like what is going on here with Andy Africa. So very excited about this one. So I also have this book, All This Could Be Different by Sarah Thankam Matthews. And this one, I was just, the cover. Like, put some vaguely colorful portraits of humans, but make it blobby on a cover, and I'm there. Like, I want to read all the... People hate on these books, but I love, and I'm a sucker. This is marketed to me, personally. That they know me and my psyche, and they're marketing to me. Anyway, so this one, I'm actually not sure what it's about, but it basically is about a young immigrant woman building a life for herself in 21st century America. The main character is graduating into the American recession, and she's moved for an entry-level corporate job that really unlocks a bunch of doors for her. You know, she begins dating a woman, and it just becomes a whole thing. That's what I'm assuming. But I think it's supposed to be kind of like a story of an immigrant moving through the world, and like what that means to be an immigrant young woman, especially right after the recession. So I'm very intrigued by this. It seems to have some sibling dynamics in here, and like older eldest daughter situation going on. So I relate to that. I love the cover, so it's on my summer reading list. And lastly, this book may not be a shock to anyone. I'm probably the last person on earth to read this book, but it is Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. Every single person I know is raving about this book that's supposed to be set in like a, or it's about like kind of about video games, but also about friendship. And one of my really good friends really recommended it, and everyone just won't stop talking about it. So I feel like I have to read it. And I feel like it's kind of like it sounds like it's the perfect summer novel. So I'm gonna read it this summer. So those are all the books that I need to read this summer, that I want to read this summer. Obviously, there are going to be more books I might pick up on the way from the library and so on and so on. Also, I have my Read Caribbean picks that I would read separate to these. So look out for that video coming soon. And yeah, I really hope that you enjoyed this video, and I promise that I'll be back with some more videos coming soon. Until then, stay good, stay irie.